Hello, I'm author Denise Turney, and you are watching the Chistel, CHISTELL.com YouTube channel. And I am delighted to do a reading for you from my first book, a classic book, Portia. And so I'm going to start with page 57. Portia is a very short read, as is my book, Long Walk Up. It's an inspirational read, which leaves people feeling who are dealing with, particularly women dealing with breast cancer, leaves them feeling inspired and encouraged and supported. So I'm going to start with page 57, chapter 7, Grandparents. Nausea from the six week of treatments curdled in Portia's stomach, made its way up her throat, then to the corners of her graying mouth. She sat on the edge of her sofa, placed her head in the palm of her hand, and closed her eyes. Her head started to bob and weave, so she lay on the sofa again. She slept for 2 hours. When she woke, Dennis was standing over her. Wake up, come on, baby, wake up. Portia heard a woman scream when she bolted into a sitting position. Dennis sat next to her and wrapped his arms around her shoulders. Shh, he whispered to her while he pecked her forehead and the sides of her face. You must have had a bad dream. When I walked through the front door, you were screaming. Portia wiped sweat from her forehead, then leaned her head against Dennis's shoulder. I was at the Chronicles Christmas party. Her shoulders trembled. She clutched Dennis's waist. I was the only one at the party who didn't have any clothes on. I had these two big gaping holes in my chest where my breasts used to be. Baby, you still have your breasts. Her voice rocked. Words came out of her mouth as if they had a jagged edge. I know. But everybody was staring at me. Tears inched down her face until her cheeks grew hot. She buried the side of her face behind Dennis's shoulder. Everybody was staring at me, and I couldn't get out of the room. I couldn't find the door. I couldn't get out. You're not at the Chronicles party, baby. You're here with me. He kissed her forehead. You're right here with me. Her shoulders heaved. I'll never be the same, Dennis. No, you'll be better. You're stronger. You're more in tune with your feelings, with who you really are. Having cancer isn't a bonus, honey. I know that. I wasn't saying that. It's just that you're looking at who you really are more. You're a beautiful, intelligent, loving, warm, thoughtful, caring woman. You're somebody very, very special, Portia. She wept. Dennis sat on the sofa with her for 15 minutes, holding and rocking her. Feel better? And she nodded. You look sleepy. I'm always sleepy anymore. You're doing good, baby. You really are. I don't know if I could handle the situation as well as you are. The tables were reversed. I mean, you haven't missed a day from work since you recovered from your operation. You keep your house up, and you look like a zillion bucks. He slid from the sofa, leaned and kissed her forehead. Gotta get back to work? Yeah, I wanted to stop by during my break. I'm giving my early evening class a test today. All right, she extended her hand, and he let her fingers slide between his fingers. He kissed her on the mouth before he stepped away from her and said, I better get back to the university. I'll call you before I'm finished with the test. When I call, let me know if you want me to pick you up something special for dinner. If not, I'll just throw something together for dinner for us when I get back. And oh, he called to her over his shoulder. I'll pick up a jar of that alloy cream you told me Dr. Kerner said you could use to help ease those radiation burns. Thanks. Bye, baby. Those were the last words Portia said before she sunk back down to the sofa and drifted off to sleep. An hour later, when she opened her eyes again, the fear of dying attacked her thoughts. As a young girl playing in her grandparents' backyard, not for a second did she think she'd die ever. As a teenager sitting in her grandparents' living room on Christmas Eve, music playing on the stereo, good food lining the dining room table, though she never voiced it, when she looked at her grandparents, she told herself, I'll miss them when they're gone. It'll be so hard for me when they die. And she almost chuckled. She was as close to her grandparents as Rebecca told her she was to her gone to the earth grandmother. Birthdays weren't complete unless she stopped by her grandparents, not for a gift, just to see them. Talk with them, laugh with them. She watched the way their hands moved, listened to their southern accent. Still strong, even after living in Chicago for more than 20 years, Sundays after church held special memories for her because that was the day she went walking with her grandmother, Katrina. It'll help to keep her young and fit, make her live longer, she mused to herself while she smiled up at Katrina. Family reunions and Thanksgiving dinners saw family traveling to Chicago from all parts of the country. It was nothing for 200 relatives to show up at a family reunion. Katrina or Priscilla's house was always crowded and loud on Thanksgiving Day. Rolling to her side, Portia closed her eyes. A second later, she opened them again. She fought off sleep. The sweet, the sweetest memories hovered around her. Her shoulders heaved. Trust God, it's going to be all right, she whispered to the empty room. A moment later, when her eyes closed, she drifted into a light sleep. It wasn't long before she heard her grandparents, Eddie and Katrina. Just did a reading from Portia, an inspirational book, and I encourage you to get a copy for you or anybody else who's going through something challenging. Doesn't have to be breast cancer, so you can be inspired. And please click that subscribe button so you can keep up with tips, motivation, encouragement, book readings, book information on upcoming book events that I will share right here at our Chistel, CHISTELL.com YouTube channel. And please go over and visit us at CHISTELL.com. See you back here next week. Bye for now.